So when you turn on the news, are you wondering, what are we going to hear today? What promises are going to be made, or what lies are going to be told? Well, we're going to talk about that because something happened today that we have been waiting for over a year. Okay? I want to address what's going on there because we knew it was coming. Honestly, it was just a matter of time. Now, what is that? Well, I'm going to get to that in just a second. All I ask is if you enjoy these daily uploads, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. But this is what's going on. The lies are continuing. We continue to hear lie after lie after lie. But from who and why? Well, back in 2019, President Biden made multiple promises. And since then, he has broken almost every single major promise that he made. For instance, one of the first promises that President Biden made, he promised Social Security recipients that they would receive an additional $200 per month to their income. That would have been a boost. Well, since then, he has not addressed it. Since then, Social Security has been pretty much stagnant and untouched. But that's not the only problem. President Biden also promised that nobody that makes less than $400,000 per year would pay a penny more in taxes. And his administration has come out repeatedly and said that he is stuck by that promise. Nobody's paying more in taxes. But again, that's a lie. Because just in the past year, income between $147,000 and $160,200 is getting taxed 12.4%. That's for Social Security. It's 6.2% is paid for paid by your employer. 6.2% is paid for by you. Yeah, it equals 12.4%. Yeah, you are paying a little bit more if you make over $147,000 per year. But if that wasn't enough, there was another promise that was broken. That promise was broken today. Today, the Supreme Court, they ruled 6-3 in favor of blocking President Biden's ability to forgive up to $20,000 in student loan debt. This was going to impact about 43 million Americans. Now, it's going to impact none. Student loan debt is currently sitting at about $1.6 trillion. Republicans have repeatedly come out and said that we need to have some type of debt, something reform, so that people are not signing up for all this additional debt to go to college. They get out of college and they can't get a job. Why did they go to college to begin with? Is it just padding the pockets of the bigwigs from the college? Possibly. But under President Biden's previous plan to forgive up to $20,000 in student loan debt, this would have provided $400 billion in forgiveness. It would have been instantly. But the Supreme Court stood in their way. However, the problem is this was another failed promise. Now, according to election experts, they say that we have been preparing for this. And this announcement was coming. We knew it was just a matter of time. They also say, and we've heard multiple reports, that now are starting to reveal that the Biden administration is still planning on providing some form of relief. But it's going to come from multiple different sources, from different angles, and from more of a roundabout way. Now, I've said this in the past, and honestly, I still firmly believe it. Relief is coming. We know it is. It's just a matter of how you get it, when you get it, and who gets it. That's it. Now, today, heard from White House staff, and they say younger voters were eager to get their student loan debt taken care of. So this is a must when it comes to winning the presidential election in 2024. That they have to get the younger voters, typically who do have some form of student loan debt, they have to get them on board to ensure that they will vote for Democrats. So what does that mean? Well, it means more relief is going to be coming, or at least proposed. That's the key. Could it be proposed and never come? Yes. But here's the thing. How do Democrats get on to something where Republicans are also able to support it? For instance, child tax credit payments. That's a big one. That's a big one that many Republicans say we need to get back to. But how do we fund it? The second thing is Republicans never said that the hardest hit individuals, the lower income households who do have student loan debt, they never said they should not receive some form of forgiveness or some form of relief. But what they did say is we cannot just come out and do a blanket approach to anybody making under $125,000 per year can get up to $20,000 in student loan forgiveness. They said that was not something they could get behind. So here's the key. Will Congress actually move forward and pass something for these 43 million student loan borrowers? The answer is yes, it is quite possible, but it could take some time, and that would not be something that they would do prior to the presidential election in 2024. So, what does this mean? Well, President Biden is going to move forward with his plan to at least delay defaults for anybody that is struggling to pay back student loan debt. What we are hearing and what I've talked about over the past couple of days, talked about this morning, talked about last night as well, is that the Biden administration has a plan and they're moving away from the repay plan that was formed under former President Barack Obama and moving towards this SAVE plan. Under this SAVE plan, it's going to decrease the amount that lower income households have to pay. That's a big one. The other one is there's a 90-day safety net period. And this 90-day safety net period means you don't have to make a payment. You will still accrue interest, but it won't be shown on your credit report. And you got 90 days. And then when you get close to the end of the 90 days, according to the reports, there could be another 90-day safety net period. And you can go from 90 days, 90 days, 90 days. It can lead you all the way in past 2024, likely into 2025. Yeah, they're calling it forbearance. That's what they're doing. So what does this mean for you? Well, if you have student loan debt, just keep in mind that you probably don't have to make a payment for quite a while longer, and it's not going to hurt your credit. Will the interest still accrue and your balance will go up? Yes, that will happen. But if you don't have the money, you don't have the ability to make a payment, good news is you might not have to, because the Biden administration is going to provide that additional relief. They also say that they need to provide more for those that are at risk of either just default in general, whether it's on a home, whether it's on any type of bill, a car, right, utilities, right? They want to provide relief. But what does this mean moving forward? Well, according to one report, they say get ready, because reports are now indicating that there's multiple plans to provide additional relief to lower and middle class Americans. As to what this is going to look like, honestly, we don't know, but it could be some form of stimulus like a child tax credit payment. It could be additional tax credits outside of that, maybe something for childcare, something for the elderly, people on Social Security. We could see states reduce or eliminate their Social Security taxes. So again, a lot of stuff happening right now, but all I can tell you is this was the domino that we were waiting to fall. This domino fell. Now we're going to see everything else that gets shuffled around in order to accommodate for this. And as always, as I know more, I promise, I'll come back on and share all the latest news and updates. All you got to do is two things. Hit the like button on this video. If you have any questions, please ask them down in the comment section below. But also, click that subscribe button and tick that notification bell so you never miss an update. But that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.